G'day, I'm Gene from Total Driver, and today we're here with Jeff, pilot and CEO extraordinaire, and Matty, who's getting a licence and about to terrorise all those pedestrians who are up there fearing for their lives. How you going?
Good.
Pretty right. How are you?
Well, you were before the intro, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, and today we're talking about what we see going out on the roads where all these people learning how to drive, they're treated with very little respect from other drivers. They're honking horns, being bullied, being yelled at, and a lot of road rage going on, which is quite ironic because they're the highest risk act drivers that are out there and they're the ones given the least understanding. And you actually had an experience in this, didn't you?
Yeah, the other day I was driving home on a lesson with you and one of my friends was behind us. When I got home, she came over later on and then she was complaining how on the way over she was stuck behind a learner driver and they were going, well, I was going the speed limit, which was 50, and she wanted to go 80 when she...
This conversation, and she's having a go at this frustrating learner driver who wouldn't get out of a road, and you're going, but I'm doing the speed limit.
She wanted to go 80, but obviously I'm only allowed to go 50.
So she wanted a speed, and you were trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting, the difference between when you've got your licence and when you're trying to get your licence. Completely different approach going on. So keep going. So you guys having this conversation, and she's having a go at this frustrating learner driver who wouldn't get out of a road, and you're going, but I'm doing the speed limit.
Yeah, it was actually quite funny because I had my two friends with me and they were looking at me like, that was you, wasn't it? And I'm just like, Molly, I was actually going the speed limit. I can't help that.
So Jeff, where do you think this is going wrong? I mean, we've got Madeline here who's getting ready to pass a driving test. And the driving test is all about showing that you're proficient and you're ready and you're competent to be out on the road. And you've got a friend of hers who's been through that process, and all of that's just been metaphorically thrown over the left shoulder, and it's like, I want to go and you're on my road. So what do you make of that? Where do you think this is going wrong?
Yeah, I guess from my point of view, I've had two of my kids go through that process of getting licenses and going through the P plates, and from an instructor's point of view, you see that they want to do the right thing when they're learning to drive, and they want to follow the instructor and follow the rules basically to get their license, as you said. But post the license and they get a bit of experience on the road, their confidence levels really come up. And you see that as their confidence levels come up, they want to go a bit faster, they brake a bit later, change lanes quite quickly, all of these sort of things where maybe the ability hasn't caught up with their confidence.
So is the problem that they've been taught to pass the test, but they've never actually been taught what good driving's about?
Quite possibly. I mean, we were fortunate that we had a good school yourself, so a lot of that groundwork was done. But you know, their peers and that sort of thing, definitely, you know, they're getting dangerous driving tickets and all sorts of things when they're just still on their P plates.
So again, it comes down to how they're being prepared as a driver overall, and that's where they're missing the mark. So they're passing the test. In fact, the statistics show that the industry is very good at helping them pass a test, but then there's a 3,000% spike in accidents post-license. So what we're saying is the approach and the emphasis of just passing the test is not preparing them as a driver.
Totally.
And then what you're finding is that problem out on the road where her driving skills are very reactive. Mm-hmm. She's looking for the now. In other words, there's no planning, there's no awareness, there's no big picture comprehension. And she says, but I can go this speed, even though the rules say you should go this speed. Yeah. And there's no relevance. We're not connecting the two dots. Would that be a fair summary?
Yeah, I think you're right. And so it's I guess closing that gap because you don't want them pushing those limits, throwing the rule book out because it's obviously it's there for our benefit. But we need to have that education to see that, and also have the skill set to create a bigger margin between what we can handle in an accident.
I'm doing something. I'm cleaning up. I'm sorting out my office. I'm doing some bullshit jobs. Just to stay busy-minded. My family escaped disaster today. Yay! Lucky us. So lucky. My son rode off his car. Had a car accident. He's fine, apparently. I've spoken to him, he phoned me. He's not just my son, he's my husband's son, stepson, and he's my ex-partner's son. and his wife's stepson. He's a grandchild. There's a brother. Yeah, I know. Why am I crying? Because it was really close. It's not the first time. This is the second car. The second accident.
Hi, I'm Gene Corbett from Total Driver. This year we're working with your school to help deliver better outcomes with you as licensed drivers when you get out onto the road. Why? There's a big problem out there. You're overrepresented in the accident statistics. You're only 12% of the driving population but account for 23% of all the fatalities. It gets even worse than that. This is just one state. This is New South Wales. Multiply it by all the states in Australia. We're killing a kid a day on our roads. And for every one that's admitted to hospital, there's another 35 fatal related accidents. 80% of the people in young care are there under 25 and they're there through road trauma. Quite simply, there has to be a better way. The problem is not what you think you know, it's everything that you're not being told. Project this diagram up onto the wall. Point at it with your left index finger. Close your left eye, open it, close your right eye, you'll find it moves. Our eyes tell us lies. In addition to our eyes telling us lies, our brains pick and choose what they think we should see based on what it expects to be there. So why are we different? We create a three-way partnership between you, your parents and us as the trainers. We give you reports of lesson performance so you can see what you need to practice, how you need to practice and how much you need to practice. We give you and your parents post-lesson support material, ebooks, DVDs and visuals for the visual reinforcement, so we're leading you through a training process that delivers far greater outcomes. Here's what we aim to achieve. This year we're working with Griffith University, a 3-year research project between control and non-control students. We aim to show a 50% reduction in the post-licence accident and fatality rate, a massive change in our driving culture and our driving community. As part of doing this, we're offering your schools 3 free education programs, SAFE, Green Light and SLAM. And the whole idea is it gives us a chance to talk to you about all the things that affect your decision making as drivers. No one hops into a car with the intention on having an accident. We've got parent training nights coming up at your school where your parents can be introduced to who we are and how we do it and how we're going to help you. We'd like you to be part of these. Contact your school, contact us, check out our Facebook page, Total Driver Australia, and look forward to attending one of our events. We'll see you soon.